There was this time when I was a home health aide, and I had to do stuff like unclog their toilets and whatnot. And I was fearful. I ain't gonna lie. I, but that's how I knew the job wasn't for me, because I was fearful about it. More so of disgusted, not fearful. Well, fearful because, I was disgusted. I'm not about to sit there and unclog somebody's toilet. But like I said, it's the little things that that's what working does at different places. It's the little things that you find that you don't want to do that will eventually help you figure out what you want to do in the long run. So those type of jobs are very short term, I would say. But it's just, how can you be afraid of doing your job? So not only are you're getting yourself out the situation, or not only are you doing your job, but now you're taking advantage of someone else's time. Because if you can't get the job done, then there's for in the meantime, that person can call upon someone that actually knows how to get the job done better than you do. And that's what I hate about living in apartments. That's what you can't really, you got to debate with yourself whether you should call the plumbing company yourself. But that's the thing about living in an apartment complex. That's the office's job. I feel like living in a house gives you more of, you become mature, because you're not dependent on other people to do their job just so you can have peace of mind. That's what people do. They steal your peace of mind when in by taking that time, saying that they're going to do something or get a job done, and they don't get it done, at all. That's why I'm learning my lesson. Like, I just, apartments, I think my time is up. When you already know what's supposed to be done, like, you feel like you know better than better than management themselves what should or shouldn't be done. Like, you shouldn't have to go out your way as a tenant or a resident to do their job. You call upon maintenance and they can get their job done. You know, you shouldn't have to call beyond resources, plumbing resources, call them up and waste your money because, you know, your own, the management can't do it. Management don't care enough to get stuff done like they supposed to. So yes, now I'm sitting here and I'm waiting until the office opens, because I had a situation that had to be fixed and prevented before, now. I had it all mapped out. I had it all planned again. I knew exactly what to do. This toilet needs fixed because it's going to overflow. You know, my son uses the bathroom constantly, and I already knew the situation before it was going to happen. And still, it happened because I'm not being met halfway. I did what I needed to do. I called, I put in a request. And still that wasn't enough for the situation not to happen, because it still happened. I came to my door, seen a note on my door and saying they was there. It was occupied. My apartment was occupied at the time. They did their job, but at the same time, their job wasn't enough. What they did wasn't enough, because the same thing happened with just a couple flushes. Come on now. Not only in life, you become fed up with people, but you become fed up with where you live. That's why I was telling this person, I'm like, I can't wait to move, because it's not only I bypassed the situation with people. I did my own thing. I grew from that. I matured from that. I learned to just move on regardless. But it's more so of now, it's not only about the people, and it's actually about where you live, that's causing disruption in your life. Then it's time to move. It's definitely time to move. It's time to see your way out of a situation that just won't change. It's not about the people anymore, or it's still about the people, but it also becomes now it's about the building as well. It's the whole place in itself. That's when you know you need to move, because people ain't going, they just, when your job can't even handle the little things that's supposed to keep you, give you peace of mind inside your own home. They can't even handle their job to maintain that. So it's like, what more can you do? If again, it's like me going out there as I always usually do. I go out there and put out all these, like you trying to get a job, so you go out there and you put out all these applications, and you do exactly what you're supposed to do ahead of time, and they don't even expect that. And eventually you do all you need to do, and they don't expect it. You put in your applications to get that job, and you did everything, and they don't meet you halfway. Ain't nothing. They don't meet you halfway. So it's the same situation. It's like, you know, but these are things you can't control, and if you do control, you're only risking your own time. You're risking your own time. You're paying, and you're going out of your way. You're going out of pocket to do things that should have been done the right way or the first time by someone, that's really in charge. And now you got to take it upon yourself to step in that leadership role, and handle the situation for yourself. Not only are you wasting my time, not only are you taking my peace of mind, but you're also taking, my finances. You're taking my security. You're taking more from me than I'm getting out of this situation. Now you're putting me in a position to, do things that I can't do, and I know I can't do, just because you can't do what you're supposed to do. That's the thing about living in apartments. Living in an apartment complex with management is crippling. It's disabling. If you got a chance to get out and get your house, I would say do it right now, because they're disabling you. They want you to depend on them so much, only for them not to get the job done, and then you have to go out of your way to do things that you're not supposed to do as a resident. That's what you're doing. and they're putting you in that position. But who are you to, like, how can you go and, take control of that situation? How can you go to higher authorities as a resident? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I need somebody above you, above my original, apartment complex management office. I need somebody above you. I need somebody who's in charge of you, because this stuff shouldn't be happening. Not as a resident. About the employment situation, though, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different ballgame, because now it's like, but it's kind of the same thing, because it's like that just makes you want to step into entrepreneurship. Now you wanna run your own business and do it all your way, because you can't find a way outside. You can't find a way where you are, or you can't, or I don't know. It's just, that's how I feel like it's life now. It comes to a point where you can't depend on situations. You can't depend on people to where now you got to start your own thing and do your own thing. Now you got to step out your comfort zone and take on this role, because you can't depend on these people anymore to do their job. As a resident, you shouldn't have to question when you walk into your apartment, was they here? That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't have to walk into your apartment and you see something, you see a paper attached to your door, and you still questioning, was they here or not? That's how bad it is where, where I stay at. That's how bad it is. Like, you actually have to question whether or not they were there. You got to see proof that they were there. And when when it happens again, when you call them and to fulfill a request, and the request was unfulfilled and they wasn't there, and you figure out that they wasn't there and they didn't do their job, it's like, it's mind-boggling. So I really need to get in here, because now I gotta freaking watch my son with this toilet, because if he makes a mess, it's gonna be more of a spill than it already was. My apartment is damn near flooded with fucking toilet water, and I'm tired of doing their job. I'm tired. I'm not about to keep doing shit that y'all supposed to be fucking doing and y'all can't do. I'm tired of, them doing, and then, they did a half, and if they can't come to do what they didn't do, they did a half-ass job. At least flush the fucking toilet 3 times. Have patience with the situation and see if your job was done. Because obviously you ain't flushed the toilet at all, thinking it was fucking fixed. Sometimes when something looks like it doesn't need tamper with, or it's fixed, it's not fixed. Sometimes you got to do things more than once just to see if just to get the results you're looking for. That's how management works. The fuck? So now, yeah, I'm fucking irritated and I'm aggravated because they ain't doing their job. And now they putting me in an uncomfortable situation because they were supposed to do their job. So like I said, yeah. My lesson now is that if you don't get an apartment, that's all it is. Don't get no apartment nowadays. And if you do, be prepared to always have your peace of mind snatched and have your time taken advantage of and paying more than you're supposed to. Because guess what? You're not in control. Management is. And unless you find that any higher authority, you know, to kind of. But then that's what I'm saying. It's all still in your peace of mind. Because now you're thinking about stuff when you already got your own situation. You know, you a mother and you got your own life to worry about. You got shit. You got bills to worry about. You shouldn't be stepping out your way to figure out stuff about your management. You know, the property management. You shouldn't have to be going out your way to do little things that they should be doing, or figuring out, you know, why they ain't doing their job, trying to find somebody higher, or trying to find someone a higher somebody a higher authority, I guess, someone above your property management, just to figure out just to figure out what can be done that they're not doing. Because not only are they're not doing enough, it ain't that they're not doing enough, they're not doing anything. My stress levels with them and my nerves is about done, you know. Red flags when you go into apartments. If you have an issue with the washer and dryer and you take it upon you go to the office and you ask them, you tell them about the problem, and they tell you have to reach outside. You know, you have to reach out somewhere else. Red flag. You know, this is stuff you would ask the property management before you even buy the apartment. Before you even waste your time with trying to get into an apartment with them, I would ask, you know, I would ask how do their laundry room work. You know, if I have an issue with washing my clothes, who do I go to? And then as soon as you get that, oh, well, we're not in control of it. You'll have to call this number, this and that. You know, you can go ahead and take that number down, whatever they give you, or take that information down and have it prior, just in case. But I would say don't even waste your time and go to another apartment. Go to either another apartment complex, go back to where you was until, you know, whatever your living situation is. My freaking light just went down. I would, but then that's the thing. You can't really, because before maintenance was on their stuff. It's all about them. It's also about the people, because sometimes the same maintenance people ain't there, and it's different maintenance people. But at the same time, it's all about the office. It's all about property management. You know, if your property management don't seem to care about nothing or your situation or anything that needs done in your apartment, and they taking their time, and they acting like they lazy and they don't care about your situation, they don't care about nothing, I would say don't even waste your time here. Don't even waste your time there. And they put up a front, you know, that's what people do. First impression. They give off that first impression. They act like they really, you know, they really there for you and they really about, you know, about it. But I guess you just got to figure it out once you, I guess you got to figure it out. That's the thing. That's the thing about life that's very just irritating though. You know, you got to go through it to see what it's about. You can't just go there and be like, oh yeah, you know, this ain't what it is or this ain't what it was, because you have to put yourself in a situation just for people to show their true colors. Because you ain't going to get it all up front. That's how people waste your time. And they take advantage. And they take from you. And they get what they want. Because at first, they made it seem like this when it wasn't. You know. I was just freaking... My legs was all open. And I got these itty bitty shorts on. And my panties is like way up my booty right now. So hopefully ain't nobody see what they ain't want to see. It's 7:47. I'm supposed to be up there getting my son dressed right now. But they got me aggravated. And like I said, I hope he did not flush that toilet. Because that's just making the situation worse. Stuff like this. Like, I'm a mom. I got my son I need to worry about. And I'm sitting here parenting the fucking management. You know, property management. I'm parenting them and I got a whole fucking son upstairs. That's just like that song, Can't Raise a Man. Can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? That's just like that. I'm telling you. You sitting here raising people that's outside circumstances. I got a child upstairs of my own. And, you know, I got a child I got to be attending to. But I can't do that. You know, he can't even get my undivided attention because, you know, people acting like they don't know. They acting like they fucking adults in big ass diapers. Don't know how to do shit or get shit done the right way. Now I gotta step out of my way, you know. And worry about something I shouldn't even be worried about, honestly.